U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Vikings taking on the Houston Texans.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 10 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has 15 for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Texans will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 99 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jacobs going to try the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Second and 5. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. He'll look to throw, being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Well, not one you see often. He fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Finding Hardman here over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll throw now on the final play.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Let's go, let's go.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it, and an opportunity missed. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now a throw here to his running back, and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 1. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Here we go. Black, 95. Ready, set, cut.
They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! Mike Evans, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
And he'll just get rid of it. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw again. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. T.J. Watt, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Forced, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's got it complete to Waddle. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Able to connect with Jacobs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back to throw now on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Texans, it'll be a 13-3.